First of all, it's a really good position to play against big people or strong, aggressive wrestlers, muscle heads out of the gym. All they want to do is come forward and smash and smash. And they may not be that technical, but they could wear you down if you don't know how to manage your energy. So this helps me keep him at bay. And at some point in time, he's going to stop trying to attack me, and that's my best time to get here, right here. If I grip low, he can sort of smash my arm down here. He just killed my arm over here. When I grip up high, try that down thing, he can't quite do it. Okay? It's a good position to hold off bigger guys. But what you have to understand is this. I cannot be here. Eventually he's going to get my head. This position does not work well. It doesn't work at all once he gets my head. So I'm straightened up a little bit. If he's not leaning on me, the position is no good. I would play a different type of half guard. But this is for maybe a wrestler or a big, strong guy who's always pushing forward. Okay? So if I need it, I can keep his shoulders back. He's a very powerful guy. He's always smashing on you. You may need to do this. But keep this hand ready. Don't do this. It's no good. It's here, like a cocked gun. I'm ready. If he reaches for my head, I just block. It takes too long to come from back here. So I'm here. I'm not worried about him getting my sleeve. Okay. So my goal, the first part, is to just be able to sit up. So I come in here, I'm on the shoulder, and make my grip on the back. Traditional half guard, I frame, I go to knee shield. Hands are ready. Lock that shoulder if I have to, but don't reach with this hand. If he gets my sleeve, he picks up my arm, I lose my position. I can't let him get my head either. This hand is to protect my head. If he reaches for my head, I overhook the arm. Don't bother trying to grab the arms, just overhook, frame, and I back up. Okay? Eventually, I'm going to get my time to shoot it. If he's leaning on me, I'm going to get my time to shoot it. It's got to be quick. Right here. Head on this side of the chest. Reach high up the back for your grip. Strong post in the back. Knee shield. I keep my foot next to the bottom. I'm not trying to step in the hip. Foot next to the bottom. Sometimes you can control the arm. When it's time to go, this hand needs to be on this side. If he reaches for my head, I block. I may have to block with two hands if he's strong. Eventually, I'm going to get that moment. As this comes up, ear here, foot here, hook still here. Reach high up the back, keep the arm away from him. The first part is to just be able to sit up. So I come in here, I'm on the shoulder, and make my grip on the back. Now, to make him more uncomfortable, to compromise his base, I'm going to pull him to knee and catch his back leg and swing it off. Okay? So I'm here over the leg. Let's bring this one. So I got a traditional hook over for the half guard. If he's sitting tight on his heel, I can't get my foot in. I pull, put my foot in, wing his out, and then drop this one to the mat. And now I come up on my knee, and I pick his. As he falls, I step over that leg, reach with this hand, and it's cheek to cheek, chest to chest, hands out. It's got to be quick, right here. Head on this side of the chest, reach high up the back for your grip. Strong post in the back. Now, I want to get his foot. If I can't get it, I pull it forward, I push it out, and I return to my position. Swing the knee, and pick his, and push. Okay, so I'm doing my thing, putting knee shield here. I shoot through, I get to this place here. I bring him back so I get to his foot, pull his foot out, put mine on the floor. I come up here for the knee pick, but his knee's too wide. It's too wide. I bump him over, I take his back this way. Now I'm going to put this foot on the floor, lift his leg up, and got his back. Here. First position, I make my grip. I catch his foot, I swing it out. I come up for the knee pick, but it's just too wide. So what I do now is this hand goes to the mat. I shrug his arm over my head. Keep this grip. I come up, I drop this hook in, and I put it on the floor. Okay. seatbelt. I'm going to use this foot to push off. As he starts to turn over, my foot's going to swing under his leg and wing him over. Okay, so the push is not enough. I get right here, and now I wing his hip over, locked in the back position. Play a knee shield. I shoot through for the first position. Get a good grip here. Feel solid here. I bring him back. I may have to lean on my elbow. Step over by his foot and pull away from his body, and then drop my hook to the mat. This is going to make it easier for me to swing my knee out wide. I go for the pick though, it's just not there. Hand on the mat, and I just flip my elbow as I shrug forward. Look. I'm not backing out. I'm backing out. I'm not trying to duck under his body. I'm sending him forward. And I step right now to it. I won't start coming under the belly. Step in tight, but have your foot on the floor. From here, seat belt. As I push off, my foot lifts his knee. And I hug in tight with the grip. If he's wide, I'm not even going to try to pick that knee. I'm going to take his back. But if he whizzers me, I can't take the back anymore. So now I need to sweep over here. Now the way to do the sweep is to dive under him. If I fall back, make top position on me. If I fall back, he just goes here. I didn't get to sweep. I have to dive under him here. And that's what carries him over. Okay? Now, if he doesn't whizzer me, his hand's this on my back. I can't sweep him because he's going to post on the mat. So the only time I want to sweep is when he overhooks me, which we call a whizzer. Here. If I wait too long to bring my arm out, lock it up, I'm stuck now. Stuck. So the best time to bring your arm out is when you come up and you rip it out. Under the head, hook the leg, just to a sprawl. I'm in my knee shield position. I shoot through, I get here. I pull him back, I catch his foot, I swing it out, and now I push him back so I get straight here. I come up on my knee, but he whizzers me. So there's no way to take the back. Instead of trying to pick that knee, I dive underneath, sweep him to this side. Knee shield. My go-to move is always going to be the knee pick here first. That's the one I'm looking for. I can't pick it. He senses that I'm going to take his back, so he whizzers me under here. There's no way now to shrug him forward. So instead, I'm going to dive underneath with this hand. As I fall under him, it tips his weight this way. I carry him over, and right here, this leg comes out. As I swing around on my knees, I pull my arm out, I control the head, I switch this grip to come under the hip. Both hands are on the floor. I'm not making grips here. I'm here. If I want to put pressure on Tae-Hun, I walk out to a sprawl. My knees are not touching. A lot of pressure on his chest right now. Knee shield. I slip through the first position. I pull his foot away, drop my hook to the mat. As I swing up, I go for the knee pick. His base is too wide. I want the back, but he whizzers me. So now I dive underneath. Look where I catch right here. Catch here or here. As we start to come over, this leg now comes out. Post on the mat. I drive up on him, get my knees under me, control the head, control the hip. If you want to make pressure, go to a sprawl.
Here, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Either one's good. So I get here. I pull him out of base to catch his foot. Wing his foot away, drop my hook to the mat. Push him back. come up on my knee. It's got to be wide or I can't let go of the mat. I go here first, it's not happening. I'm thinking about taking his back, but he whizzers me. So as I dive under, this hand just goes here, look. I get here, I swing my knees around, rip this out, and back under the head. Lock the hip. Again, if you want to make pressure here, throw a sprawl. Don't drop your knees. So I'm playing knee shield here. And the guy does what Luke's doing right now. This is very popular. I'm going to just grab the back of his elbow and make a grip on the outside of the knee. Sweep here. That's my escape. So I've got my knee in place. He decides he's just sort of loosely holding my leg. No plan. He's thinking maybe he could collapse my leg and try to escape here. Very hard if I'm playing proper knee shield. So I just drop my hand over his elbow the same way he's got my leg. It's a non-threatening grip. I'm not trying to grab him or make a grip of the cloth. It's just here. And then I'm going to pinch up the cloth here. And I just swing this leg over. As this leg comes over, he's stuck to it. I lift this and escape right now. I'm going to push his knee to this side. As I walk in, I would like to get the head. Get the arms on this side, it's no problem. I'm going to go here and here to block the hip this way so he can't roll. Okay, so again, we're working from knee shield with an aggressive opponent that's insisting on this forward pressure. It's the only way that the knee shield position will even work. He's got to be putting pressure on. Be careful about where you put the knee. If it's on that side of the chin, he's going to smash it down and he's going to escape. But keep it on this side of the chin, right in the armpit chest connection. He puts his hand on my leg, I put my hand over his arm. Now, I make my knee grip on the outside here. Now here's a very important detail that I didn't mention in the first part because I didn't want to confuse you with too much information. The foot that's over his leg, when I'm moving, as I start to bring him over, my foot can get to the floor now. And that gives me more leverage for the other leg to come up. Okay? Especially if he's a lot heavier than me, I'm going to need that extra leverage. But if you look here, I can't really get to the ground right now with that foot. So as he tilts over, all of a sudden that foot can engage on the floor. But here, not so much. Just barely can graze the mat with my toes. As I bring him over here, he tilts. I can lift my leg some. And I dig these toes in to flip him over with my knee in. And then right away I come out. Don't slide way back here, because then he brings his leg under, swinging me. Yeah. So even if you can't make a good position, it's going to give me some difficulty here. All right, so let's look at how I should come up. Knee shield, he's hugging my leg, so I hug his arm. I get this outside grip. I cannot hang out here. Once I make this grip, it's go time. So I lead with my top leg first, and I pull him to the left. Now I can dig my toes in. I lift up. When I fall, I step out. All I do now is bring this foot, this heel to my butt. I don't slide back. I go from here to here. And I want his legs facing the other way so that I can take the space where his hip is. So as I push, this knee comes up. Look, right away. Got the hip. Now, if I can pull this off, I'm going to weave around the arm. If he's quicker than me, he blocks. I catch the head, and I catch his hip on this side. If I was able to get his arm here, trapped, this arm doesn't need to be on the hip now. I can choose whatever side I want to play on. Let's watch again. If I'm playing knee shield, and he hugs my leg, he's giving me the opportunity for the sweep. I start with hooking his arm. Then I make my knee grip. I lead with the top leg, engage on the floor here, finish the sweep, step out of the half guard right now. This leg now, the bottom leg, I pull the heel in enough where I can come up on that knee. As I'm coming up, I'm pushing him to the other side and trying to slide through to catch his arm. If he slips his elbow to the mat, I block his ability to roll away by locking out this hip. From here now, I can fish in for my head and arm control, pressure on the chin. All right, let's do some more.